Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to be going over how to fix a problem inside of Roblox Studio with Roblox Lua. Like how to find a problem, how to find the error in your code when it comes up with a message saying that it's not working or the code doesn't work. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so first of all, you can see over here I've created a script, and I've made on purpose an error like this with a print. Now, Lua is very, very, very picky. You make a spelling mistake, and it's gonna say you done it wrong, and it's just gonna ruin everything. So you need to be very careful, and you need to go back over your code to make sure there's no errors. But then again, you don't always need to, because you have something called the output. Now, the output, well, let me close this down. A lot of people like it in very different locations, but you can find how to open it up in the View tab. Now, the View tab is where you have all these different things that you can open up, and they will show up on your inside your window of Roblox Studio. But we want to open up the output. So I'm going to click Output, and now people put it in different locations, but what I didn't go over in my last video was how you can actually move it. Well, like with the properties tag, I moved it by dragging the top of the bar, and you can see I can now move it around just like this, and it will snap into positions when it thinks it has a position. So I've seen a couple of Alvin Blocks' videos that he puts it down here, so maybe we could put it down here, as you can see, and it will show up like this where we can put it, and then we can just let go and it will go into that area like this. But I like to have it over on the left side over here so that I can see it, and I also have a big screen of the gameplay over here. So now that we know the output, now if I was to run this program, you can see the beginning of it works, but then it doesn't like, listen, okay, so my code is meant to say hi. So at first it says hello world, then it's meant to say hi. But you can see here, it says server script service, attempt call a nil value. Basically, I've done a spelling error. So if I was to come back in to this and change it like this, you can see it will print hi like that, and we'll get no error. These errors over here are just errors from my plugins, so don't worry about those. But you can see up the top we got it. It worked basically. So we can like mess around with this. So like if we wanted to do a error, if you screw up and you don't know how to program stuff specifically, and say we did this, so say you try to locate a print, so game.workspace.print, and then you tried to do this, and then we were to do this, you can see it'll come up here and it'll say print is not a valid member of workspace. And if we were to click on this, you can see, basically you can see I can hover over it, and I can click on it, and it will bring me to the error, so the line which has the error on it. So you can see I have this, and then it says print is not a valid member of workspace, so I can see that we have the workspace, and print is not inside of the workspace. Print is not a value, or it's not a part of the workspace. Okay, so just as we're at it, I'm just going to quickly go over print as well. So quickly, I'm just going to say that the print tag, like this, print message, anything after inside of these open brackets and speech marks will be printed in the output as a message. So I could use it in an example such as, like, I can do code started like this, and then I can, do I don't know, print again, code is running, and then I can do print code finished. And now basically what this is going to be doing is, first it's going to print code started, then it's going to print the code inside. Well, it's going to print what's next. It's going to run what's next, and then it's going to print code finished. So basically, what I'm trying to give you an example is, we can print and send a message into the output saying that the code started. So now we know that the code started and it worked when it first started. Then we can go code run, so now we know halfway through the code it's working, and then code finished, you can see the code ran successfully. Because remember, it runs from top to bottom, so if you have an error in the middle, it will break what's underneath it, but then anything above will start running, it will stay running. So say we have an error here, you can see, if I was to run this now, you can see it says code started, but then we don't see code finished, so we know there's been a problem. So we can go into the next line underneath the code started message, and we can click on this, and you can see it has underlined it for us. So I can change this, and now if I was to save these, yes, and I was to go back into, you can see code started, code is running, and code finished. So now we know that the code has worked. Okay guys, so that was how to fix a error in the output of Roblox Studio. So I hope you guys enjoyed, hope you guys learned something new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.